Hello, everyone. Thank you for signing on to Railbookers' presentation of the top 5 vacations for your first time to Europe. I'm so excited to have you folks here with me on the Railbookers presentation today. By the way, folks, my name is Jared Kettinger. For those of you who have attended our webinars and presentations before, welcome back. And for those who are first-timers to our presentations, welcome. Now let's dive in. Let's talk all about our brands, all about the wonderful experiences that you could have when traveling through Europe by rail on our vacation packages, and of course, the top 5 destinations for you to consider to visit, especially if you are a first-timer to Europe. So before we get too deep into the woods, I just want to highlight our 2 key brands here at our company. Railbookers, which is, of course, the host of the presentation today, and Amtrak Vacations. We have 2 distinct brands here. Now, both of our brands are independent travel package brands, meaning you're not part of a group. You do not have set dates only on which you can travel, meaning you can actually tailor make or customize the trips with us to fit exactly what you're trying to do, see, accomplish, so on and so forth. Now, with Amtrak Vacations, which is our flagship brand, that is for domestic USA travel. In fact, we are Amtrak's national vacation partner, meaning that we have vacation packages all throughout the USA, from major cities and national parks, traveling cross-country on board the train with sleeper accommodations, like that old romantic style of traveling, like the days of yesteryear. Now, we are also Railbookers. Again, that's the host of the presentation today, the host brand, and that is our international or our worldwide vacation package options throughout Europe, Canada, Australia, South Africa, Alaska, and points beyond. Let's keep going. So, folks, as we're presenting and as we're going over some great destinations for you to consider, it is important for you also to know that we are Europe by rail and just Europe in general for vacations made easy for you folks, making it simple, easy, and possible for you to get on your next European vacation. So overall, what does Railbookers, and by extension Amtrak Vacations, offer? Well, of course, we offer and include the confirmed seat reservations and ticket reservations on the international or, with Amtrak Vacations, domestic rail systems. But we don't just do train tickets and train rides, we do the packages where we bundle the hotel stay, sightseeing, activities, excursions, the bits and pieces like a ferry or an airport transfer, and even on occasion, overnight rail journey experiences packaged together, organized together for your convenience and for your next vacation. And it's important to note that wherever you're looking to go, whether it's Rome, whether it's New York City, whether it's Paris, whether it's Sydney, Australia, whether it's Toronto or my hometown of Boston, we have a menu of hotel options for you to pick from. You get to pick where you stay, ranging from 3 to 4 to 5-star options at any of the destinations you're looking to go to. And beyond the fact that we organize and plan these trips for you, we can also help you customize the trips. By the way, across our brands, we have over 4,800 package options for you to pick from. And if you want to tailor make or customize those options, we can do anything from taking a pre-organized itinerary and adding in a destination that you want to include, or making a trip start and end in the same spot. A lot of our trips will pick up in one place and travel to multiple destinations and end in another. For example, our Venice, Florence, and Rome trip. but perhaps you want to begin and end in Rome on that journey, for an example. We can do that. We can also book the trips in reverse. Taking that same example, instead of Venice, Florence, Rome, perhaps you want to do Rome to Florence to Venice. We can upgrade your tickets on the train to business class, first class, and where applicable, sleeping accommodations. And we always include sightseeing, tours, activities, museum admissions, excursion admissions, and beyond within our packages. But if there are specific things you want to see, do, and accomplish, just let us know and we will get them added in. And it's important to note that whether you're planning on traveling from, let's say today, and by today I mean last minute, next few weeks, or perhaps not last minute, but next few months before the end of this year, or perhaps not. Maybe you're planning for next year or the year after, we can help with all of the above. And just so you know, folks, we can book train tickets and packages, again, all around the world, wherever you're looking to go, for packages of all shapes and sizes. And we can help you do that because we have direct partnerships with train systems all around the world, whether it's Amtrak here in the US, Deutsche Bahn in Germany, the Via Rail system in Canada, Trenitalia in Italy, the WE system in France, the luxury services like the Belmont trains all around the world, in Scotland and Peru, and so on and so forth. We can help with all of the above. And a quick recap on why travelers love working, booking, and traveling with Railbookers. Number one, we plan it all for you. We have rail expert knowledge that we can dispense to you and for you when planning your trips. So that's why you're going to book with us with a vacations consultant over the phone. And again, we can help you book to travel for this year, next year, or the year after, whenever you're looking to go. And in that same idea, we have a maximum flexibility, allowing you to travel to any destination, pretty much, as long as it's available, for any date, again, as long as it's available, for any length of time. So when you want to go, you can go. And we have the largest rail vacation selection worldwide because we're throughout the USA, Canada, Europe, Australia, Asia, Africa, so on and so forth. And no rail trip is too complicated for us. And why book now? Well, we offer maximum flexibility to our customers so that during this period, if you book new reservations, you'll face no change fees, face no cancellation fees, so on and so forth. And how are the rail operators maintaining a safe environment? Around the world, number one, they're requiring facial coverings, masks, to currently be worn on board the trains for passengers and staff members. They've increased cleaning and sanitation throughout the train stations and on board the train. So everything is ship-shape, clean, up and down. And because Railbookers and Amtrak Vacations offers contactless ticket control through e-ticketing and electronic documentation, you don't have to change hands when you're dealing with your tickets, your documents, so on and so forth. So let's jump in further in just a moment to talk about those great first-timer destinations for you. But before we do so, just note that whether you're looking for a first-timer's trip to Italy, first-timer's trip to Germany, first-timer's trip to the UK, wherever, we can help you with that. We can help you with the most complex itineraries and even some luxury level type, such as the Orient Express, the Royal Scotsman by Belmont, the Excellence class on the Swiss rail systems, and so on and so forth. And you can see some examples of what you will experience, what types of travel is included with those luxury experiences, such as world-class cuisine, a variety of onboard sleeping accommodations to choose from, and even select private excursions and activities that may be applicable to the reservations. So it wouldn't be a first-timer's trip to Europe without going to Italy. And I can tell you right now, Rome and Sicily are high up on the demand of destinations within the country of Italy. Rome being a sprawling metropolis of history, cuisine, and a great first-timer's trip, because I was just in Italy prior to COVID, believe it or not. Many of the folks there, I would hasten to say a good portion, do speak English. And everything is pretty straightforward, easy to travel around. And so you won't, when you're sent out with all the travel documents to the Vatican, to the Colosseum, with the hop on, hop off that'll take you all around the city to get on and off at your leisure, we make it simple and easy for you to travel around this incredible city that is also great as a tourist destination for your first time to Italy or first time in Europe itself. And you can see why people would want to travel on this trip when you're going from the sprawling metropolis of Rome to the seaside area of Naples and Napoli. It's molto bene, very good. And you can continue on into the Sicily area, connecting through Taormina. And wrapping it all together, you can see what the package looks like, beginning with 3 nights in Rome, 1 night in Naples, 3 nights in Taormina, connecting down into Sicily. And along the way, you will experience iconic landmarks such as the Trevi Fountain and the Colosseum. One of the big aspects of going through Rome, flipping that coin into the Trevi Fountain for good luck. You'll get to visit some incredible archaeological sites connecting through Naples. And then just relaxing and enjoying the incredible cuisine. And if you're a foodie, Italy is truly the place for you by way of Sicily, connecting across into Taormina itself. Next up, we have the absolutely incomparable area of Switzerland. And traveling through Switzerland by train in and of itself is the best way to travel throughout the country. If you are planning on driving or thinking about planning on driving, or even getting on a motor coach tour, I will say this, not just as a rail vacation specialist, but just in general, it is a loss unless you do go by train. Because not just will you connect to these absolutely amazing storybook areas of Zurich, Lucerne, Zermatt, so on and so forth, nestled on lakes and throughout mountains. It's like a child's, like I said, it's a kid's tale, storybook tale. But you will also have the experiences of traveling through the UNESCO World Heritage Swiss Alps on the various train systems, such as the GORNERGRAT or the GLACIER Express. A few moments ago, I mentioned we can upgrade you to luxury level type trips, or even just upgrading on the trains itself. One key example of that would be on the GLACIER Express. We have standard class seating, which is plenty comfortable of itself. We have upgraded first class seating, but we can also upgrade you all the way to excellence class. Excellence class seats come exactly situated next to the big observation dome windows. They also come with a full 5-star, 5-course gourmet dining experience with wine included, wine tasting included, as the train is twisting, turning, and climbing through the snow-capped Swiss Alps. You'll also connect through the Bernina Express. Again, going throughout Switzerland by any way other than train is a loss. It isn't the full experience, because by train you will connect across sprawling bridges from mountainside to mountainside. You will climb through the mountains. You will cusp along lakes, as opposed to trying to drive yourself or being stuck, squished on a 40, 50-person motor coach. And again, wherever you're looking to go through these incredible areas of Switzerland, we can customize or tailor-make the itineraries to fit what you are looking to do and see. Next up, we have Dublin, London, and Edinburgh. So this is a great first-timer's trip to Europe because it hits 3 countries, Ireland, England, and Scotland, all encapsulated on one journey. Of course, they're all English-speaking countries. They're over in the United Kingdom. They are also culturally different. They're major cities, but they have their own rich history independent of themselves in Dublin, in London, in Edinburgh. I'm personally a foodie myself for the food over in Great Britain and in the like, and there's plenty to do and see and experience, such as hopping around Dublin in one of those double-decker hop-on, hop-off buses that are famous over in the UK, stopping at the Temple Bar for a pint. And I have a feeling if you're going over to this area, one pint, that's not going to cap off the whole trip. You might have one, two, or more during your duration. From there, you'll head into jolly old London town. It is one of my favorite cities in the world. And there's many reasons for it. There's many different types of London experiences. From what I like to call the postcard experience of London, getting picture-taking opportunities of Big Ben, London Bridge, taking pictures of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, so on and so forth. There's also the history experience, such as going to the British Museum and just walking the streets and going to all the historical landmarks. And then, of course, there is the foodie experience. London is a hub. It is a destination for fine dining, for foodie experiences in and of itself. If that means sitting in a local pub, again, sipping a pint and eating the local fare, fish and chips, or a Scotch egg, that's great. Going to some of the high-end dining experiences, or even to some of the cuisine that is stereotypical of London, that is so great, like the Indian food. And then there's connecting to Edinburgh, up in Scotland, where we will have you with admissions to Edinburgh Castle that sits atop a giant rock outcrop overlooking the city. Edinburgh is known for its incredible shopping, just strolling around the cobblestone streets in and of itself and experiencing the step back into history, the rich history of Scotland. And you can see all of what is included on this itinerary, from a visit to the Guinness Storehouse in Dublin, connecting through the Giant's Causeway, heading out to the hilltop Edinburgh Castle, as I mentioned it, going up on the London Eye, the giant Ferris wheel there, and just exploring all throughout and having plenty of time to experience Ireland, England, and Scotland all on one trip. Then we have Amsterdam, Berlin, Prague, and Munich, and Budapest from London. So this is hitting multiple countries all on your first European experience, connecting easily from London to points beyond. And that is also one of the benefits of the train, is that you can fly into a major airport like, say, Heathrow in London, and then from there catch trains to the main continent of Europe and points beyond, as I said. So from the canals of Amsterdam, whether you want to stroll them, whether you want to take a boat ride, whether you want to bicycle, to Berlin, going along the streets of Berlin, the history of Berlin, seeing some of the incredible the museums, the history sites, the redevelopment of Germany since the Great Wars, and then connecting into Prague. Again, the bridges of Prague, the incredible architecture of these great historical European cities is some of the major highlights. Going through Munich and Budapest, connecting all around by way of London. So from the canals of Amsterdam, the modern history of Berlin and Munich, and getting into the Bavarian culture of the city, and Budapest, what is also known as the Pearl of the Danube. And again, we can tailor-make these itineraries. If you want to add on, you want to take off, that's very easy for us. And then we have Spain and Portugal, the Essential Tour, doing Barcelona, Madrid, Seville, Lisbon, and Porto all on one trip. And again, if you are someone that is already out of their mouth watering from talking about the cuisine in Italy, the cuisine in the UK, well, Spain is in Portugal, that's just going to add to it. And we have so many sightseeing opportunities, from getting into some of these major historical landmarks across Spain, foodie tours in either Barcelona or Madrid, connecting through Seville into Lisbon, and then along the seaside area of Porto. We have so much to do. The high-speed trains will connect you from one area to the other. You will enrich yourself with the history of the Spanish Empire and see some of the world-class galleries in Madrid of itself. Now, this is just a handful of options, but we have so many options beyond for you to pick from. And you can go into our digital brochures, which are easily accessible for Railbookers, for Amtrak vacations, and take a look at some options available to you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. The phone number is there, 1-888-829-3040. And again, I want to thank you all for signing on to the presentation today. We look forward to seeing you folks again soon.